Don't panic. It's organic. Guess who's with me today?
Hi. Guess what?
What?
I'm organic.
Oh, yeah. You are organic, so I will not panic. I made it to day 30.
Wow, good job.
Welcome to day 30 of the 75 Walk Talk Challenge. My name is Mike.
Hi, I'm Deb.
And this is Deb. We're coming to you live from Henderson, Nevada. Usually we're walking and talking when we do our videos, but it's really windy here today. We might have a monsoon storm or two rolling through.
I think we are. It feels good.
It's so nice. It's going to be maybe 98 degrees today instead of 115.
Yeah, that's
So
beautiful.
it's been pretty hot. So how are you liking the challenge so far?
Yeah. Is anybody doing the challenge?
I hope so, because we are doing the challenge. And what does the challenge consist of? 2 45-minute workouts. One has to be outside. That's what we do on our walks every morning. Follow a healthy, clean diet, no processed foods or alcohol. Drink half your body weight in ounces of water. Read 10 pages of a nonfiction book and take a progress photo. So those are the parameters. And today in our video, we're going to talk to you about buying organic food. Is it worth it or is it a waste of money?
Yeah, I remember a long time ago when my son was small, I started researching this kind of stuff. And they were talking about how important it was and how you can taste the difference. And I didn't really know much about it until I started research and also started trying and eating organic for myself.
Yeah, I didn't really embrace eating organic foods until I met you.
Yeah.
I had heard of organic, but I always thought it was too expensive. I mean, I could see that it was more expensive, but there are certain things now, we shared the other day, that don't necessarily have to be more expensive or not more expensive when it comes to buying organic. Like the Greek yogurt at Costco is cheaper than the Greek yogurt that's not organic.
Yeah.
So, you know.
You just have to be on the lookout.
Definitely.
And there's certain fruits and vegetables that really aren't that much more money. You know, I can see a difference sometimes when they're not in season. Strawberries will go like for $8.99.
Well,
but you got to make sure you get it in season too.
Oh yeah, that is an important point. But the bottom line about organic, it's interesting. I always thought about this, that the same government entity that certifies organic is the same entity that allows pesticides, herbicides, and rodenticides into the food that we eat. It's the USDA. So to make us have to pay more money for foods that won't make us sick is
sad.
It's diabolical.
Definitely.
Like seriously. And it's all about money in the land of milk and honey when it comes to the capitalistic society that we live in. So these companies and big food, big agriculture are always looking for the ways to have more yields on their crops. And that's why they came up with all these pesticides.
Yeah. And a lot of the farms these days are just like one crop.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not healthy either. Like if you go to the more smaller farms, they have all different varieties, which is really neat.
It's interesting, like one of the most common pesticides that they use is Roundup, or in the compound in it is glyphosate, and they literally had to genetically modify wheat, corn, and soy. That was the beginning ones that they modified to make GMO to be resistant to the pesticide or to be resistant to the glyphosate. So they would spray everything and the crops wouldn't die because they were genetically modified, but it killed everything else.
Yeah.
So think about what it's doing to your system, your gut, your brain.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not good.
Our grandma's wheat is not the same as our wheat.
It sure isn't. So we're going to go over a few tips on how you can be more proactive and learn about certain types of foods that are organic, that are good for you, and how to find them. So tip number 1 is avoid the dirty dozen and embrace the clean 15. And Deb has the list over here of the dirty dozen and the clean 15. So go ahead, Deb.
Yeah, when I first learned about the dirty dozen, I'm like, what are you talking about? But the dirty dozen is actually
not a Clint. It's not a Clint Eastwood movie.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's the most the worst when it comes to the pesticides. And fruit happens to be top on the list. Strawberries, grapes, peaches, apples, pears, cherries, nectarines, and spinach, kale, any kind of greens like that. Peppers, carrots, and watermelon. And it's because they're so small, like the berries. I know I shared this before. The berries are so laden with pesticides that you can rinse off the berry and use the water. You rinse it off to what do you call it? To
Respray.
Spray
Mm-hmm.
the berries. So definitely avoid those 12.
Yeah, definitely.
And make sure they're organic and in season, because when they're in season, they're less expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to go get organic strawberries in the middle of winter.
Unless they're frozen, then that's different.
Totally.
If they're in season, it's a reason. There's one thing that's not on that list that I didn't really think about this morning, but it makes sense. One of the most heavily sprayed crops that almost everybody consumes every morning that's not a fruit or a real food. Guess what it is? It's coffee.
Right.
Coffee
I didn't
beans.
think about that.
So the coffee beans are super laden with pesticides. And then you're getting roasted chemicals. Oh my goodness. All right.
That's bad.
So that's the bad news. The good news is there are some foods that you can buy that don't necessarily have to be organic, and they're not as ladenly covered with the pesticides. And so, Deb, what are the clean 15?
Clean 15. Avocados, pineapples, mangoes, cantaloupe, honeydew, bananas, kiwi, cabbage, sweet potatoes, mushrooms, oranges, cucumbers, lemons, papaya. And you notice they all have that thick skin.
The one on there that doesn't have the thick skin that kind of threw me for a loop was the cabbage, because the cabbage doesn't have a thick skin.
Yeah.
Right?
And I'm not sure the reasoning behind that, but I guess I could do more research if I was hesitant about eating it. For the most part, cabbage is really inexpensive, so you could buy it organic.
Yeah, it is. Was that all of them?
Well, corn, but I don't believe that one.
This said sweet corn.
Yeah.
But most corn is genetically modified, so.
Yes, I would only buy organic corn.
Yeah.
Like the popcorn kernels, natural grocers, really inexpensive, and then you can feel better about eating it.
Yeah.
I know when I eat things like this that are not organic, it messes with my mind, not just my gut. Because I think, oh, what am I doing?
It's a gut disruptor, and if the genetically modified foods and the pesticides is what is causing most of people's autoimmune issues. Hashimoto's. My mom has Hashimoto's, and it's really the biggest cause of autoimmune issues is that.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, did we read all the clean 15?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the first tip. What's the second tip, Deb?
The second tip is something I love to do myself. Shop at farmers markets. There's actually a farmers market here at this park on Saturday.
Yeah, this morning. This starts at 9, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you get Cornerstone Park at 9 o'clock. You get the fresh from the farm. And so, of course, it's going to be in season. And they're so much more delicious. If you taste a seeded watermelon from the farmer's market compared to the store, if you can go, give it a try for sure. Yeah,
it's good. And it's interesting, too. You notice when you go to the farmer's market and you get the organic foods there, they're smaller, right? Like the bananas are smaller, the tomatoes are smaller. Usually they're smaller because the food that is sprayed with the chemicals is genetically modified. When it's genetically modified, it's modified to grow bigger and, like I said, yield more crops.
Right. You know, people were like fascinated when they came up with seedless watermelon years ago, right? But guess what?
It's genetically modified.
Yeah.
It's natural for them to have seeds. Even bananas, when hundreds of years ago, or I don't know, thousands of years ago, whatever, when people first started eating bananas, they were full of seeds, but they crossbred them to breed the seeds out.
You know what's funny? I remember
you can still see traces of the seeds out in them if you look closely.
Yeah, really small. I remember when I was a little girl, we used to have like family picnics together, and there was always watermelon eating contests and watermelon seed spitting contests. What are you going to do now? You can't. There's no seeds to spit.
Right,
Say that
exactly.
fast, seeds to spit.
Seeds to spit. Okay, so what's the last tip, Deb?
The last tip. Let me get my glasses back on. prioritize animal products, which means if you're going to get dairy, get an organic dairy. I think about that too, like the cows eating all that nasty corn and stuff, and then it comes out in their milk, right?
Yeah, it does come out in their milk. It's interesting, you know, the largest purchaser of pharmaceuticals in the United States, you know who it is? It's agriculture. Yeah. They buy all the antibiotics and they put it in the animals. And then the food that they're eating, they feed them corn and grain and all that. And if it's not organic, then you're getting all that too. So especially the meat, because when it's not, it has more of the type of fat that's not healthy for you. It causes more inflammation in your body. It's the omega-6, not omega-3.
Right.
So also, like with fish, you don't even want to know what they feed the farm-raised fish.
Watch Seaspiracy.
It's gnarly. It is totally gnarly. I mean, even if it's well, for the most part, like cottage cheese is a good example. Even if it's not organic, you can still get the clean cottage cheese without all the gums and the fillers and all that. But most of the time, if you're going to get an organic cottage cheese, they're not going to put all the extra crap in there. So that makes a huge difference in the taste. Like,
it does.
Such a big difference. So yeah, you just got to be careful, and you got to read everything, and it does make a difference. You might not think in the moment, but first of all, it does make a difference in taste. You can taste a difference.
Definitely.
And over time, just think about it.
Your palate changes too.
Your palate does change, but just think about it. If you can taste the difference, don't you think your body will know the difference?
It does.
Let that sink in for a second.
So do you guys eat organic? And what do you think about this?
Yeah, I'm not 100% of the time, but I do my best with what I have, you know, and what I know.
Do you think they eat organic?
I don't know. Let us know in the comments what your thoughts are about eating organic. You think it's a waste or whatever, but you know, let us know. We'd like to know. Today's day 30, and tomorrow I'll have Deb with me again. So 2 days in a row.
Yay.
All right. Stay healthy, stay blessed, and just read everything and do your research because you matter, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't use a peel.
No. Oh, that's a whole nother video. That diabolical Bill Gates, no bueno. Okay. Bye bye.